Welcome to Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you and welcome you to my channel, whether it's your first time here or you return viewer or subscriber. I hope that this message resonates and helps you in some way. And if you find that it doesn't, just keep in mind that this is a general reading and they do not resonate for everyone. And you may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your Venus sign, because sometimes those are more prominent in your chart. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hey there, Cancer, and welcome to your February 2019 general reading with me, Divine Love Tarot. All right, guys, so I'm getting into general readings, so I hope you guys enjoy the generals. A lot of you have been asking me about generals, and I used to do them before, so here we are, back at it, all right? So make sure to give the video a thumbs up, share the video, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel, okay, guys? So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to pull 5 cards, 1 for the overall energy of the month, 4 weekly energies, and then I'll pull clarifiers for each position, except for the overall position. All right, so let's go ahead and get into your reading, Cancer. All right, your total overall energy for this month is the 3 of Wands. All right, the first week you'll be dealing with the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands in reverse. Second week, 7 of Wands. Okay, going into the third week, you'll be dealing with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And then we've got the 2 of Cups, rounding things out. All right, a little bit of conflict, a little bit of romance. You know, Cancer, you know, you guys running the whole gamut here. So starting off with this overall energy of the 3 of Wands. Okay, for me this represents patience. I think this month you're really going to have to work on your reserves when it comes to having patience, Cancer. Okay, this is also about expansion. So for some of you, you're going to be focusing on, you know, expanding your roles, expanding your families, expanding your business, for those of you who are business owners. The 3 of Wands also represents teamwork, okay? Having others help you, having others work with you. But definitely for some of my Cancers, I really think this is about patience. So let's go ahead and get into the rest of the month and see what's going on, all right? So for this first week, you'll be dealing with the 5 of Wands in the reverse. So this is a lessening of conflicts, a lessening of challenges, a lessening of competition if this is a relationship type of a situation. Okay, also with this 5 of Wands, this represents harmony restored, you know, resolving problems, the success that comes with resolving problems, the success that comes with, you know, expanding. So for those of you who are expanding your business or expanding your family, you can expect to have success in those areas. Let me go ahead and clarify this 5 of Wands. We've got the High Priestess. So for some of you, there may be a Pisces involved in your situation, okay? But for others of you, I really think this is about you connecting to your intuition, all right? The High Priestess is definitely here to guide you, and this is telling you to trust yourself. And so I think that, you know, when you are able to trust yourself, you're also able to be more patient because there's less for you to worry about. When your intuition is guiding you, you know what's going on, okay? You know exactly where you are, why you're there, what's happening. You can sense and feel other people, so there's really nothing to worry about, okay? Also with the High Priestess, though, for some of you, this can represent mystery. So if you're dealing with someone who is very secretive, you know, that you're really going to have to employ your intuition if you're having trust issues. But I feel like there's success here. So I feel like, you know, this is really the go ahead and the ability to trust someone. All right. Moving into the second week, we've got the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands now is back to being a little bit defensive. Okay. So for some of you, this can represent, you know, especially if you thought there were competitions and there were other people, for those of you in a relationship, I think you're still a little bit defensive going to that second week, especially if, you know, your intuition is telling you that something's up. But once we clarify, we'll see what else is going on. For those of you, this can represent doing things on your own, like a solo project, okay? And so, let's go ahead and clarify. Let's go clarify. See what's going on here. Ooh, we've got the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so The Six of Pentacles is about loans, is about generosity, giving and receiving. So I feel that some of you are going to be a little bit defensive or defending yourself or just being very cautious about people borrowing from you. Maybe some of you have to borrow from others and you're feeling a little bit defensive about that because you don't like to ask for help. You don't like to ask for money. You like to do things on your own. But at the same time, life is about give and take. And sometimes you can't do everything on your own. And so it's like, let your guard down. Don't be so defensive. Don't feel any type of way. Sometimes we all need help and it's okay. Now, if you're dealing with a situation where you feel like others are always coming to you and taking from you, then I feel like you're going to be a little bit resistant this time, okay? Go ahead and move on to the next week. We've got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, this is just dealing with a loss of focus or a lack of focus. It's also about, like, there's a loss of focus. I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Also about kind of like troubleshooting situations. For those of you who are dealing with a teenager, this kid may be having issues in school. You may be getting a call from the teacher. So for those of you who have a teenage child or earth sign child, if don't be surprised if you get a call or get a letter home from school about your child's progress, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify that. We've got the Magician in reverse, so there may be some dishonesty going on here, all right? For those of you who are in a relationship situation, the Page of Pentacles can, in the reverse, can represent, kind of like a wandering eye. And then, you have the Magician in reverse, who I just call a con man, okay? Because they're just always trying to get over. So for those of you in a relationship, make sure, you're really trusting your intuition because this person, if this is not your energy, Cancer, then it's the energy of the person you're dealing with. And they may be, kind of antsy because some people are just like that. If things are too smooth or if things are not going on, or if it was a situation where they came to you for something and you feel like they're always, taking from you, they didn't get what they wanted from you, and now they're going to be looking elsewhere for that. Whether it's your attention, whether it's your time, whether it was money, whatever it was, it's like they weren't going to get it from you. They're going to get it from someone else, okay? Or they're going to figure out a way to try to like manipulate you into giving them what they want. For others of you, this could just be a family member or a friend who has that energy, okay? Now, towards the end of the month, we've got the Two of Cups. So, I think that these are scattered messages because it is a general reading. But again, we're dealing with patience here, okay? So at the end of the day, you're really going to have to employ your patience. And I'm going to pull another card for each position to just get a little bit more clarity on them. But with the Two of Cups here, it's about being on the same page, all right? It's about connecting with someone. Romantic love, romantic partnerships. This could be a proposal. This could be, working on your marriage. So let's go ahead and clarify that. And we've got the Chariot in the reverse. So again, for some of you, you may have your doubts in a situation. And I feel like this is a situation where you have a very special bond with this person or a very loving bond with the person, but you do have challenges when it comes to trust. All right. So when I see the Chariot in reverse, I really feel like not only is there a lack of trust, but we're also questioning this person's intentions here. For some of you, this just indicates that there's a lack of direction in your relationship, okay? Or you're feeling like giving up on the relationship, especially if you're dealing with issues of, someone taking all the time or, give and take. For those of you who may be dealing with debt issues, financial issues, a loss of focus, there's, a whole host of things that could be going on within a relationship. And it's interesting because as far as work is concerned, I really feel like, it's like a daily battle almost. You have your good days, you have your bad days. But at the end of it all, I feel like for those of you who this is a work situation, there is someone at work who pretends to be an ally or pretends to be a good friend, but they're always trying to undermine you, okay? They're always secretly, they're just using you for your knowledge, for your skills, for whatever it is, for your status, the fact that you are who you are. And for some of you, I think that this is a situation where you're mentoring this person and you're really patient with this person also, but they fluctuate back and forth. It's like you have this connection with them where you want to help them and you don't see them as a threat sometimes, but then sometimes they come at you wrong and your intuition is telling you don't really trust this person, despite the fact that on the surface you seem to have a good connection with this person. So I think that can work as far as work-wise with a coworker and as far as a relationship. I think you have a good connection in a relationship or a marriage with someone, but there's a lack of trust here, and I think that it's an issue. You're really trying to be patient with this person because you recognize they don't do things the way that you do. All right. And it's like, at this point, how long have you been waiting, or how long are you going to wait for this person to get it together? Because, if they don't know how to communicate or get their way without being manipulative, then this is always going to be an issue for you. So that's for those of you who are dealing with relationship issues. So let me go ahead and pull the third row of clarifiers and let's go ahead and close out this reading. Okay, so it's, what's going on? I really feel like it's just, it's either a coworker or, a partner, a relationship partner who's really trying your patience this month. Okay, Cancer? So let's go ahead and see what else is going on. First week, clarify that with the Page of Swords in the reverse. Second week, look at this. Look at this. 7 of Swords. Okay, then we've got the Empress, daily battles. And then we've got the 6 of Swords. All right. So here we are here with the 5 of Wands in the reverse, okay, which means that you're looking for ways to solve problems. You've reached some level of success here. You're following your intuition. You're letting your intuition guide you, or there's some secrets and stuff floating around, but you're not quite sure. But then here we go with this Page of Swords in the reverse. That represents, for some of you, not so good news, legal issues. So I think in that first week, you have success in one area, but then there's news maybe in another area, especially for those of you, like I said, that are dealing with a teenager. Now, for those of you that it's not a teenager, I think that, you may have success when it comes to your business, but then when it comes to a relationship, you may not be having success. You may be having issues of trust, okay? And the Page of Swords in the reverse is about, or for some of you, it could be like legal issues or tax issues or something like that. But the Page of Swords also, it could be an air sign that you're dealing with, a younger air sign. So for those of you who are dealing with someone at work, there's a younger air sign that is basically either trying to undermine your success or jealous of your success. Okay, and so here in the second week where there's this defensiveness, we've got someone being sneaky. Okay, so I think you're definitely trusting your gut when it comes to this person because you realize they are trying to be sneaky. And with the 7 of Swords here, they're definitely not only just trying to be sneaky, but they're dishonest. Okay, and they have no problems betraying you. Now we move on to this, this situation here. And like I said, for those of you who are dealing with a child here, this is you really, stepping in and being the mother. Okay. It's like, listen, I'm the boss. You're not the boss. I don't care what's going on with you. I don't care what you're saying, how you're trying to manipulate me. I don't know why I couldn't get that word out. But the Empress is really you, just dealing with the situation, handling it in a manner that is successful. Okay. It's also about respect. okay, with this Empress card. For some of you, again, this is good parenting, all right? So for those of you who are dealing with a child and dealing with issues, you've got it covered, okay? You know exactly how to handle this particular issue. For those of you who are dealing with relationship issues, again, I feel like there's a level of distrust with this person, but there is a lot of love in this situation, okay? There's a lot of love, and there's a lot of karma between you and this person that, you know, there's a tie, a connection that's keeping you there. Now with the last card, the last week with the Six of Swords, you know, the Six of Swords is about moving away from negativity. For those of you, this is about a transition. For some of you, you'll be moving, okay, or relocating to another place. And this is necessary change. All right. So for some of you who are, like I said, I'm sorry to be repetitive, but I do see a child here. And for some of you, it may be as simple as having to move. All right. You know, moving on to new horizons and getting your child out of this neighborhood or this area or the people around that are the bad influences, or that, you know, whatever, whether they're the bad influence, but they have a following, whatever it is, you may just have to move, whether that's to move to get them into a better school district. Then for some of you, that's what you may be dealing with. And so for some of you, it's like you get good news because you have the success as far as work is concerned that will allow you to be able to make that move. But aside from that, there's people who are jealous of that success, people who are undermining that. And in your relationship, there's a lack of honesty here. Even though there's a lot of love, the honesty is where there's an issue. And so that's really trying your patience. Like I said, Cancer, I think that this is just a situation where this month people are coming at you and you're just going to have to be very strong. Okay. You're going to have to be very strong and just recognize that whatever area of success that you're having, you know, more money, more problems, right? So that has been your reading for the month of February. Guys, let me know what you thought about that. Leave me a comment. For those of you who are dealing with a child, you know, if that resonated for you, let me know what's going on, all right? And again, make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that you can catch all the new videos that I'm dropping. And I will see you guys at the next reading. Bye, Cancer.